What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Cinema Asylum podcast. I am Matthew, one of the superhero and sci-fi experts.
I am Dylan, the other superhero and sci-fi expert.
I am Garrett. I am the Indian drama expert.
And I am John Thompson. I am the action and animation expert. And tonight we're reviewing The Penguin.
Season 1.
Season 1.
Forgive me if I look a little off tonight. We just did our live stream reaction of the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yep.
Go watch our reaction. You'll have a lot
You
of fun
can watch
watching
it now. Oh, God. But, hey, I can actually talk about something good now. So,
Yes, thank goodness.
Before we get into Penguin, Dylan will actually step out because he hasn't watched it yet.
Yes.
But
first,
we're gonna do trivia. Just a reminder, this is 2010 superhero movies.
Okay.
Because it is dialogue based, I will accept a paraphrase if it's not 100%.
Okay.
In Power Rangers 2017, what line did Kimberly say that she also said in Mighty Morphin the movie?
Straight up, I don't even know.
That's why I
this,
wanted Dylan in here for this, because he's probably the only one that's gonna have an idea, and then everybody else could join in.
The sad thing is, I only watched it once.
Yeah.
I will give a free clue if nobody gives on the right track.
I think I know what it is.
I figured this will give you a lot of clout if you could get this.
I think I know what it is. I'm not too sure. I might be misremembering it. It's not a big line, is it? Can I at least have that? Because like what I'm thinking of isn't a big line.
I don't remember the context in the original. It is towards the end of 2017, I will say. During the actual flight.
Okay. Shit.
If you want, I'll give the free clue.
Yeah.
It has to do with temperature.
Oh, things are heating up.
I'm with Dylan. Things are heating up.
Good enough. The line is, "I'm burning up in here."
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Ah.
yeah, because it's when they're in 2017 at least.
That's
it's
when
when
the
they're being forced
Megazord.
into the gorge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was where the Megazord forms.
yeah.
But yeah, I figured that was a good throwaway. That even though it was 3 points, I figured that could be a
Yeah,
little
because I was trying to think about it. I was like, okay, I can't remember exactly what Kimberly says when they're trying to revive Zordon.
Yeah, because
I couldn't remember that.
the reason I did it was I was looking at 2017 because I wanted to do something from that.
Yeah.
And then I seen that, it was like, even if I have to give the answer away, this is too good not to use as trivia.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that was really cool. So yeah, if you want to step out, I'll cut
Yeah,
this.
for
And
sure.
then,
How, 1 point?
that's gonna be 3 points
Oh, nice.
for everybody.
Yay! 3 points.
You guys are fucking welcome, by the way.
Yes, you're welcome.
Why are you saying you're welcome? Dylan's the one who gave you the point.
Y'all rode my dick on that one. Are you kidding me?
All right. All right.
Oh, you didn't even show up. You didn't even show up on screen. You couldn't even tell it was you.
All right. Okay. So Penguin season 1, of course. This is the spin-off, or the first of what's supposed to be a few spin-offs of the Batman, the Matt Reeves Batman.
As of right now, it is a mini-series. It's not confirmed to be a second
so
season.
we don't know if this is gonna be a season 2.
As of right now, they are calling it a mini-series.
Yeah. I mean, but the show did really well. Everyone seems to be loving the show. So like,
I'll have some
good
hot takes at
good
the end.
chance there could be. A
Oh,
season
of course
2.
you have some hot takes
I don't
there.
think there needs to be a season 2. Like,
No.
I'm fine if this is just a mini series. I think it worked incredibly well just to go right into it. Like,
They did say there could be in talks for season 2, but they're not 100% sure.
but there,
That's
I
what
don't
they
think
said.
there needs to be.
It doesn't need it. It would be better off to have
This
another
works perfectly as its own little season.
Actually,
miniseries
I'm gonna
thing.
get my hot take out of the way right now because I'm just too excited. I've been waiting for this all week since I watched.
I
last
know.
week. So on Letterboxd, the Dark Knight trilogy, for context, Batman Begins has a 3.8.
Mm-hmm.
The Dark Knight has a 4.5.
Yeah.
and Dark Knight Rises is 3.8. As of right now, the Batman has a 4 or 4.1, I don't remember, and Penguin has a 4.5. So overall, it's got a higher ratio than the Dark Knight trilogy. I think not now, but when it is all said and done, when all the shows and whatever's done, because they're just calling it a saga, so there's going to be more than just the 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
It could end up like 9 or 10 things. I don't know, but I think when it's all said and done, the Batman saga will have the same notoriety as the Dark Knight trilogy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
If
yeah.
they continue at this
Totally.
rate,
Yes.
absolutely.
That's the reason why I'm wearing my Gotham City hoodie in preparation for this
I'm
review.
wearing
This
pajama
this
pants,
series, I loved, absolutely adored the Batman.
Me
That's
too.
my
But,
number one of 2022.
But I was excited. I was interested in the show, absolutely. But like, I had skepticism because I've seen, obviously with all the Disney Plus things for the Marvel and Star Wars side, I did have skepticism of like, this can be really great, or this can just be done for like the sake of IP and just turn out like a mediocre, unnecessary addition to something that didn't need it. But no, they really they really put in so much effort and good writing, and just really brought their A game with this series that HBO usually does. Like HBO is very, as a brand in like television series and dramatic television, like HBO is pretty much unparalleled. Like they are at like still after many decades the king of the dramatic television series, and this show is fantastic.
I
across the
might
board.
even venture to say that Matt Reeves might end up producing the best on-screen Batman content we've gotten, even above the animated series.
I'm not sure, but like
I don't know
this
yet,
is,
but like
I mean,
between the Batman and the
feel
Penguin,
I did kind of feel that when I was watching the season. Yeah, this like this series like started off really good. Like I really enjoyed the first 2 episodes. I wasn't exactly hooked yet, but but over the course of the series, I just got more and more and more invested. It was very much the kind of reaction I was having to the first season of Breaking Bad, whereas like that show started off great, but it just got more and more engaging. Like just all these different plot threads going together, all these characters having just amazing character arcs, and the show kept taking more risks, um, especially in the finale. Holy crap! But yeah, this is a series that just got better and better with each
Yes.
episode. And I've seen a lot of great series or television seasons that start off and get really good, and then they drop the ball in the finale. Did not happen whatsoever here.
No.
They easily nailed the ending of this. And
I thought the weakest episode was honestly the 4th one, even though a lot of people love the 4th one.
what was the 4th
The
one?
Arkham episode.
I love that episode. Oh my god,
The
that
acting was great. It was just the plot wasn't too.
Actually,
engaging.
I
loved-
thought it was episode 5.
that was
no, that's 4.
episode
Oh,
4
it
is
was?
actually
Oh,
my
okay.
second favorite episode in
it
this.
just wasn't
I
engaging to me.
loved it. Like Kristen Miliotti's performance in that, like it made me side with the character a lot. Like it really made me side with the character, even though she clearly is like a monster. And so
They're
many
all monsters.
so many characters in this series are just straight up monsters.
I applaud it though, because
Absolutely.
too many series, especially comic books,
Yeah.
too many shows and movies now make the villains sympathetic.
Yeah. Oh my
Oz
god.
is a piece of crap.
Oz
and they don't let
is
you forget it.
evil in this. Yeah, and I love this show for that. They do not make these characters anti-heroes, which was my main fear going into this, because
Joker.
we've seen and even Joker does it a little bit, but like movies like the Venom movies, all the Sony verse Spider-Man less villain movies, even the first Suicide Squad definitely did it, and
Yeah.
a little bit with the James Gunn one. Like they don't seem to let these villainous characters be villainous.
Even
And
the MCU does it.
yeah,
Thanos they tried to make.
Thunderbolts isn't gonna let them be really villains.
Thanos they tried to make sympathetic even.
Well, I'm fine with it. Because he's clearly the villain, but
Yeah.
I always appreciate movies or stories that still give the villains sympathetic traits.
I do
because
sometimes.
I think I think all the best villains have sympathetic traits, but a lot of the times these movies and these TV shows kind of overstep that, where they seem to
Romanticize it a
yeah,
little
they
bit.
romanticize these characters. This doesn't do that at all.
No.
Like Oz and Sophia,
And
Sophia in
Salvatore.
this, and Salvatore, they do have sympathetic traits that make them feel human. But at the end of the day, these are horrible people, like truly horrible people. And yeah, I can't wait to talk more into that side of it. But
Well, yeah. Yeah, I agree with everything you said about the show. Acting at its finest.
oh my god,
I mean,
Emmys.
honestly, like this might be one of the best-looking superhero shows I have seen in a long time.
I think it might be the best.
Yeah.
yeah.
In terms of live action, I think it might be the best.
I mean,
It
this
might
is,
beat
this
out
is tied
Daredevil
with
season 1.
Yeah, Daredevil.
I'm actually on season 2 of Daredevil just this week, actually.
This honestly, because I really loved Peacemaker.
Yeah.
The season 1 of Peacemaker.
I do too.
Yeah. I loved the first few seasons of Daredevil. And
I think every season of Daredevil is good.
yeah. Third one I think is really good. I think season 2 has a few issues that I would resolve. Season 1 of Daredevil is like almost perfect.
This is up there
but,
with Peacemaker season 1, Daredevil season 1, and Doom Patrol season 1.
I still have not seen Doom Patrol.
You will love it.
I think I'd love it too. But
The Ghostbusters episode.
God, yeah, this show, the acting in this show is just next level.
Yeah, that's what I was going to
Oz-
do. Yeah.
Colin Farrell as Penguin. We all loved him in the Batman. But
He
you
takes
really
it to the
get
next level.
in the Batman. He was great, but he was clearly the B villain of the film, and more or less like the big goon, the big goon character that Batman had to deal with in order to get closer to the Riddler and Carmine Falcone. But you get this show goes so much deeper into his character and why he is the way he is, all the way from childhood. They just make you get to learn more about his family life, or lack thereof. But and you get to know why he does so many of the things he does, and where all the different like layers to his psychopathy, like just how damaged of a person he really is, like inside and out. And yeah, his mother, who's his what's the character's name again?
Francis.
Francis Cobb. Yeah, they don't call him. The name is Cobb, not Cobblepot, and there's some people who have an issue with that. It's whatever. It's still Oswald.
Yeah,
Cobb.
I definitely did not catch that.
No, it at a point you forget about
That's a
that
detail
whole thing.
that doesn't really matter, honestly.
No, it really doesn't.
No, it doesn't. No.
But
If
yeah,
it doesn't change the essence
the
of the
mother
character, it doesn't really matter.
Absolutely. The mother character is so fascinating in this. There's so many directions they take with that character, and all these different emotional arcs that they take you on with that character. Oh my God, Sophia Falcone in this, played by Kristen Milioti. I've always liked her, and I've seen her in a lot of great stuff.
I've not really seen her.
Palm Springs, she's really great in that with Andy Samberg. Man, completely takes over the show when she comes in. that she is gunning for that Emmy win in the show. Like she is incredible. You her at the accent she doesn't overdo it. You can definitely tell that she is related to the God damn it. What's the actor's name who play in the Batman? Because they do the
John
actors
Turturro?
John Turturro and the Batman. You can absolutely tell that those two were related just by the way they talk. That now they do an actor swap from John Turturro to Mark Strong. Was it due to like a scheduling
Yes.
conflict?
No, actually it wasn't. That's what it was initially reported. Apparently, because of the violence against women, he didn't feel comfortable with that.
I did hear about that. Well, I mean, in the movie, like,
So it's still strangling
Carmine,
Selena.
yeah, tries to strangle Selena. I'm not sure about. I'm not really sure about that,
Yeah.
and it kind of seems strange to me, but it's whatever. I think Mark Strong did a very very good job
Yes.
for the role. He's not in it much. I think he's only in like a couple episodes and not in it
Well, it's
that
flashbacks because
much.
he's
Yeah,
dead.
flashbacks because he dies.
But we get Clancy Brown and Salvatore Moroni.
Oh yeah, and he's great in this as Clancy Brown always
I was
is.
kind of worried. I was okay because it was Clancy Brown, but I just didn't think he fit the role of Moroni well because Moroni's more like an Italian. So I was like,
honestly, Clancy Brown can
he
can
make
very
anything
much
work.
Yeah, he made it work for me.
'Cause
Absolutely.
I still like the guy on Gotham more.
Who played him in Gotham?
I don't remember his name.
But yeah,
But yeah,
Milioti is in the show is just ruthless. You really buy her in the scenes where the show wants to make you feel sorry for her, and the character is given a really tragic backstory, and really the show is just about just monstrous people who come from innocent places and who are not monstrous by choice. Really, it's just like the paths that they've been taken down in life, from Oz to Sophia, to some of the other characters like Salvatore Moroni. It's just really the show is very tragic, and it doesn't overplay that side of it to where it feels forced. It really does make you it really does make a good job of making you understand and feel for these truly horrendous people.
It's David Zayas.
I'm not familiar with him.
You've seen him before. Hold on. This dude.
Just looking at him.
but yeah, what
I
I was,
don't- I don't
but yeah,
thi-
what I was gonna say was
not sure. I don't
about
think so.
about a lot of things you said. Yeah, there's a lot more things I definitely want to get into. And not just the acting as a whole. The way the TV show looks like a movie. It looks like a movie quality.
They do
type
a
of
really good
show.
job of transferring that anamorphic style that Matt Reeves' Batman had.
Yeah.
In the dark.
Yeah, and as I said,
cinematography, they do a good job of carrying that over.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure Greg Fraser didn't shoot any of these episodes.
He was the general in the Expendables, like the Cuban general or whatever.
I don't remember that.
He was in
but,
Skyline.
Okay.
Oh God.
But yeah, but as I said, the acting at its finest. It's a great looking show.
Colin Farrell continues to impress
Again,
so
the
much
makeup
in
is
the character
just
that,
insane.
Yeah.
Like I will
and
never
you
forget.
see way more of them.
Yeah,
especially
I will never
in-
forget my
I think it's-
reaction of
yeah.
seeing Colin Farrell as the Penguin. I could not believe
Yeah,
that was Colin
everyone
Farrell
did.
as the Penguin.
Well, Kristen Milioti said like when she's done interviews, like press with Colin Farrell, like she says it's not even like someone she worked with because she's only really seen him in the outfit with the accent.
That's crazy.
Does he like keep the character up like behind the scenes
Yeah.
too? Wow.
Like the voice at least, yeah. And obviously he wears the makeup all the time.
It'd be weird to hear his Irish accent, his normal Irish accent coming from that. Like
Well, yeah.
he's a very like because he's a very I think right now he's pretty skinny.
Yeah.
And he's usually pretty thin. So it's just really weird to come hear his deeper like voice in that character, like through it'd be very weird to hear his normal voice through that that huge freaking
Yeah.
makeup.
Apparently, he kept a limp and everything when he was on set.
Yeah, and when the episode when it shows his foot,
Yeah.
and you know why he walks like that. Ugh.
Yeah, that was.
Even when you see him like he's strapped to a chair without any clothes on, you're just like, oh god. And in the Batman, you only see you only see him with his clothes on. Don't really get to see him when he doesn't wear them. Yeah, the makeup department absolutely went for broke on this.
Yes.
Truly.
Yeah,
Um,
and it paid off.
yeah, easily.
I will say with the going back to the Emmys, I think this is going to do at the Emmys this next year what Oppenheimer did at the Oscars last year or this year.
Yeah,
It's
because
just going to clean up.
does it have to go? I think the Shogun already.
Yes.
Shogun already swept. When was the last Emmys?
Right after Shogun aired. So
Yeah,
like April maybe.
April. Yeah. So I don't think it really has to go up against. I don't think it. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to go up against Shogun. Yeah,
I was gonna
I
say
can't
that's
really
gonna be
think
the only
of
contender that could fight it.
other than like House of the Dragon. I don't, maybe The Boys might play a little bit into that. I don't think it will.
That new Cross show, Alex Cross.
I don't think that's really gonna play that much into it.
I don't know. I think Reachers did some Emmy stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't watched
Penguin
Alex
is
Cross yet.
this show is gonna be a force in the
Yes.
Emmys this
Yeah.
year. Like I struggle to find like that much competition in many of its
Colin
categories.
and Kristen are both going to get
Yeah,
awards.
they're gonna sweep.
Yeah.
The
The character of Victor was very fascinating.
Oh, Victor.
Yeah.
This is a character
boy.
I have my reservations about. Like, is this character just gonna be like a weakling who is just thrown into the show and like is kept like as the side piece? But no, easily not. That character has so much depth to him, and
Oh
he
gosh,
really,
does he ever? Yeah.
he just
So good.
you feel so much for him in the third episode where you find out his backstory.
Yeah.
And honestly, in the Batman, you really didn't feel like that whole flood thing. You didn't really feel truly the destruction and the weight of it until you see the Penguin and just how destructive that whole event was. And they did a really great job in the third episode of that.
I just thought of something. Was the kid that joined the gang at the beginning of the Batman? It's not the same actor, but
No.
is that supposed to be the same character?
I don't think it is. I doubt it. They might look alike, but I don't think that's.
Because they have like the same
Sure.
hairstyle, is what I was.
No, I don't think that's supposed to be the same thing.
Okay.
But yeah.
No,
Vic-
because the dude in the Batman was actually the dude who played Tim Drake on Titans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vic in the show is fantastic. I can't remember the guy's name who plays him, but yeah, he's so great in the show. You really get a sense that he goes from this because he has a stutter in the show, and he gradually kind of goes away from it a little bit more, and he grows more confident in himself as he's working alongside Oz in the
Yeah.
show.
It's Renze Feliz.
Yeah, Renze.
Renze,
So
okay.
good in the show.
Yeah, he
Such
is.
a great
Absolutely.
performance.
So good.
And yeah, he grows more confident as he's thrust into Oz's lifestyle of crime. And you really do get a good bond between the two of them, even though it is kind of like a held at gunpoint kind of situation,
Yeah.
especially in the beginning. But you do feel that bond growing throughout the season, the show, as he's getting better and better at it, as Vic is, and as he grows, and he has even when he has the ability to leave, that whole job, and go off with this girl that he knows, and he can leave and live a normal life. He chooses not to. And,
I will also say it
mm,
is nice to see Theo Rossi playing a role that he's not in the mob.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
Julian Julian in the show.
Yes.
Because like every show I've seen him in, he's actually in the mob.
Yeah.
Luke Cage is a prime example.
Yeah. He's very good in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone in the show is great. Like there's not a single weak performance in this series.
We also got a couple cameos.
A few.
Alberto Falcone.
Yeah.
Summer Gleason.
I've-
And Magpie.
Who's Magpie again?
She's like a D-list villain. She's like a klepto, like, ooh, shiny.
I'm not familiar with that level of.
Yeah, like it's bottom of the
but,
barrel. Like she was only in one of the animated series.
Mhm.
So like they're really scraping. But
Interesting.
that's a thing with TV shows.
Yeah, they
is
can do.
You never get that in a movie.
Mhm.
Unless it's like just a non-speaking cameo, like walking through Arkham.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's cool to see that.
Yeah. I really want to talk spoilers now.
Yeah, let's go for
so,
it.
Yep, spoilers. Yep.
So this is your warning for Penguin, the show. 3, 2, 1. I was so fucking angry in this final episode.
You were ready to throw hands with your screen, weren't you?
I seriously, like, I was like fighting myself. That, oh my god,
That was the reason why.
And I'm so glad they did it, just to remind you that this guy is a fucking piece of garbage.
Yeah, I stood up and was screaming at the projector.
Oh my god! And as soon as he put as Oz put his arm around Vic, I was like, "Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Yep.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!" And yeah, truly.
But
one
honestly,
of the-
that's kind of what I expected because the Penguin was the villain, of
Yeah.
course. But
I actually did not expect Victor to make it out.
I honestly didn't either. Like
I thought he was
actually.
gonna get shot though. I thought someone was gonna like shoot him or something.
Yeah, like
I didn't
someone
expect
else
that.
other than Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly did too. Like I
I
honestly
figured it was gonna be Sophia.
because I honestly thought at this point, like, this Oz, he's got nothing. Like his mother fucking hates him and she's barely alive. Like she's a
in a
vegetable.
coma. Yeah.
She's basically the living dead.
Yeah.
Like there's
and Sophia,
what else does he have other than just
and Sophia is a character you love to hate. Like
Yeah.
it's that simple. You're supposed to
And
hate this character.
and what I like about episode 4, she truly does some horrible things, especially in the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I agree.
Good
I love it, yeah.
God. I mean, how many people did she kill in that second to last episode?
Multiple.
Yeah, it was a bit more than multiple, but
Oh, it's a
still,
bomb blast.
yeah, the bomb blast.
I was just thinking with her gassing her family.
I mean, I was thinking. Well, I think we all know that was going to happen just because of just how much torment she got put under
Yes.
in those years at Arkham. Is like
yeah.
they cut. In my opinion, they had.
I thought it would have been funny if she would have hung them all,
been.
since they called her the Hangman.
And I mean, the way that they went out to is like it wasn't that painful. I mean,
Right.
they all pretty much. That's a pretty
Suffocated in their sleep,
peaceful.
yeah.
That's a pretty peaceful way to go, all things considered.
Yeah.
But no, once she like blows up like a neighborhood, I was like, yeah, you're far gone at this point. In that point, she's really great reversal in that scene where Oz takes her out, is driving with her. Also great.
Yes.
Also great circle around because he was her driver. And then takes her out to put her down. But no, she gets put right back to where the place where she hated the most, back in the hole.
Place that made her.
Yeah, the place
That made her horrible is where she gets put back.
Yeah, just honestly,
Yeah.
she would have vastly preferred death over that.
Yeah, she would have.
I would say that's my favorite scene in episode 8, where the Penguin looked like that he was going to shoot her, but then when the police
That
cars
build-up
came,
was huge.
It was
Yeah.
great build up.
That was great build-up,
Great
yeah.
payoff too. And then we get that little hint to the outside universe with Selena Kyle via the letter that she gets because she is her half sister.
Yes.
Oh, I did not catch that. I
Yeah,
was wondering
yeah.
what with the letter.
Yeah.
and-
The Long Halloween. That's a reference to.
Really?
Yeah.
So-
Carmine's her
Wow.
father. Remember?
God,
Oh,
I
yeah,
hope
yeah.
Sophia comes back in some way and the the Batman 2.
I think Mr. Freeze is going to be the main villain.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Because it will take place around Christmas time.
It make the most sense.
Yeah. And there's right snow on the ground.
Yeah.
In some episodes. If they do a season 2, I predict Black Mask is going to be a problem for Oz.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's going to be trying to take over.
Yeah.
I think that's the logical place to go, is Black Mask fighting for control against Oz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Are we gonna get to the final shot of what happened at the ending of the episode?
Not yet.
Okay.
There are a few things I want to get into.
Okay.
Let's talk about what little Ozzy did when he was a kid. Just
That
what
was
the
in
fuck,
that
man?
was in episode 5 or 6, wasn't it?
Yeah. Drowning
Yeah,
his brother and
yeah,
sister.
just-
Or drowning his brother
Well,
by his brother and sister.
It's
Okay,
up in
yeah.
the air whether he intentionally let that happen or not.
He
but
did.
it's pretty clear he did not feel any remorse about it.
No,
like,
he let it happen.
he might have done it just maybe he didn't know that the water was gonna get down there and like seal them in and drown them.
And it was
maybe,
raining too.
Yeah, maybe he didn't expect that, but he just wanted it to happen. Like
Yeah.
clearly, just
wanted
because
his
he
mother
loved
out
his
himself.
mother. Fucking little Norman Bates.
Yep.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's what it is.
It
it's,
is.
It's like a Norman Bates type of thing.
That's who he is in the Gotham too.
Yeah, just what a fucking little creep. And that kid who plays him, that kid is amazing in the show.
Oh
Like,
yeah, he was
talks
great.
exactly like Colin Farrell does.
Have you watched Gotham?
A little bit of it, but
Definitely watch
not
all
a
the way
lot. But
What was actually cool is I got to watch a little bit of behind the scenes
Mhm.
of like each of the episodes, and the kid actor. I mean, he sounds like a really nice kid when you
Yeah,
interview him,
and
but
God,
he's but he's
hate
actually
that
playing.
kid.
But he's playing a little double kid.
God, he's if they do another Omen, they gotta get him to play Damien. I mean, good God. But no, that what I love the finale, the beginning part of it too, where it's in her mind, Frances' mind as she's living through moments in her when she was younger, but it's showing her as her older self, like she's
Yeah.
in her mind experiencing all these events again, and it's telling us, the audience, what she really actually, what she knew all along was that she knew that this kid was a fucking demon child and killed his
brother.
siblings, and she knew all along, and she just didn't want to straight up tell him to his face until this episode later on.
Yeah.
She was originally going to kill him.
Yeah, she was gonna have him murdered, but
yeah.
her conscience, I guess, just got in the way at the very last second. It was
He
like,
manipulated her.
yeah, really did.
Yeah.
God, what a fucking. By the end of the series, like any sympathy you have for Oz is just gone. It's just gone.
Exactly.
Especially at the end. And what's really fucked up about the very ending of this episode, and this is where we can get into that. In that, I don't know if you guys picked up, but the actress who plays Carmen Ejago, who plays his love interest in the show.
Yeah.
You may remember from Alien Covenant. She was also she played Coretta Scott in the movie Selma about Martin Luther King.
I've not seen that.
It's really good.
We're probably getting a Covenant sequel now.
Maybe.
Ridley Scott's
But Carmen Ejago plays his love interest or girlfriend, and she's dressed and looks exactly like his mother.
Yeah.
And it just makes this even more fucked up.
Yes.
And a lot of people straight up, when because it's this really nice tracking shot, long one take as behind Oz as he's approaching her in the penthouse, and at first it was like, is this in his head? Is he just imagining his mother there? Because
That's
she
why I
looks,
thought it was his mother.
yeah, and then it gets closer. It was like, oh, that's his girlfriend. Oh God. Yeah, truly a fucked up ending and a great one. A really damn good one
Yeah.
at that. And then that's where we get the last little wink at the greater universe, where they have to remind you that this is indeed a Batman show, or in the world of Batman, and it's tastefully done. They don't overdo this. It's very nicely done. Just the bat signal comes up, and that's it. I was kind of nervous that they were gonna shoehorn Pattinson's Batman into this, and I'm glad they didn't. This is strictly
Oz's show.
about Oz's story, and it's great.
Yeah.
They really didn't need that. But
When I saw the back thing, though, this was my reaction. This is my exact reaction. It was like, what? What? Whoa! Wait! Hold on! Then I rewinded a little bit, and I had to look at it again, and I was just like, whoa! That is so cool. And
I didn't react that much. I was like, that's cute.
Yeah, I was like, that's how it should have ended. That was what my thought was.
And honestly, I didn't really care. The bad signal part was not even the thing I was thinking about when the show ended. When the episode ended,
No,
I was just thinking, everything else that happened.
That last
oh my
10
god!
minutes
was, Vic's death in this is one of the most
infuriating.
Yeah, just God, and what's even more painful that he could have left Gotham and went with that girl and lived his life happy.
Vic's death is top 5 most infuriating moments in a comic book show or movie ever,
and in a good way. It's infuriating in a good way, and it's just
because it wasn't a throwaway. It served the point.
Yeah, and a lot of people I have seen criticism. I was like, his death didn't mean anything. I was like, that is the point to show what a truly ruthless person Oz is, and just what kind of person he is. And I mean, really, the line he says as he's choking Vic out is like, because right before he does it, Vic says, "You're like family to me," and it was like that's the tip off, and it was like, oh, he probably shouldn't have said that. It's like,
it's something like family is a strength, but F if it makes you weak or something.
Oz views family as a weakness now.
Yeah.
Because of everything that happened previously.
Interesting.
Where the relationship with his mom is gone. Like, he has no family left. His family is all dead to him, and all he has is his criminal empire in Gotham, and maybe his love interest. I bet he's gonna kill her too. At some point. But I mean, all he cares about now is what he leaves behind in Gotham.
Yeah.
And that's all he cares about.
The greatest thing about this show is that it makes you feel bad for the guy, but then I'm like the main character, the Penguin. But
I didn't feel bad for him by the end of this at all.
No.
That's what I'm saying, though. But then you realize you're going to get to the end where you find out how the Penguin becomes the Penguin, and then that's when you realize that, oh, right, he's the villain. It's the same thing with the Joker situation.
He's now the kingpin of Gotham. Truly. Like, not you understand why he is now one of, like, in lore wise, he's now one of Batman's greatest foes, and he needs to be stopped immediately.
The line is, I mean, that's the thing about family. It's your strength. It drives you, but F if it don't make you weak.
Mm-hmm. Like, I really kind of wanted to cry when it happened. Like, I
was
really
screaming.
Especially when he takes his wallet and just throws his fucking identity away. It's like,
I was too mad to cry. I'm emotional. I cry during stuff, but I was too mad.
Sometimes I get so mad that I cry. That's how it works for me usually.
I mean, my reaction was like, okay.
It didn't make you mad? Oh my god!
No. That's a sort of thing that's a sort of like silent, man. You're like, okay, that happens.
I couldn't handle it. I was in my I was watching it at my my computer desk, and I was in my computer chair. I was literally spinning, and I couldn't sit still.
We went from that to the very next day, another best DC episode ever, with the latest episode of Superman Lois. And it's like, man, they're on point right now.
Yeah, it's
and we get Creature
tragic.
Commandos in a few weeks.
And I really do appreciate what they do with the Maroni side in this. And that death scene with his wife and his those two and his family.
That was
just
the
watching
barbecue.
Yeah, family barbecue. Just that was pretty brutal.
It was.
This is a brutal show too, like
Well,
in terms
yeah.
of like the violence and stuff. Like that whole scene in the finale when, oh my god, Oz is so delusional and such a pussy that he's gonna let his mother lose her fucking finger because he is such a fucking liar.
I almost looked away when they were doing that scene where they
Mhm.
almost cut off her fingers. I was like,
It's-
that's a
it's
little
done really-
much,
it's
but
done really
that's
well.
what happens when you're trapped.
It's done really well.
If for some reason you're watching this and you haven't watched the show goes into darker territories than the Batman does.
Oh,
The Batman
and-
is PG-13. This is TVMA.
Oh yeah, like
Uh-huh.
the first
Not for
episode,
kids.
like this is fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I actually didn't know. I thought I heard that this was gonna be TVMA.
Yeah, I
I
told you.
wasn't I wasn't totally sure, but I for sure knew like in the first like 20 minutes of episode 1, I was like, oh, they're going like Sopranos mode for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
show is less in line with like other comic book shows like Gotham and stuff like that, and this is more in line with shows like The Sopranos, like hardcore like crime series, and all the better for it. It's awesome. Yeah, just
And it's in terms of like Doom Patrol and stuff with content and stuff and
Yeah.
Titans
mhm.
where
But this is grounded. Like
Yeah.
this doesn't take any like real like
No.
goofy comic booky kind of
no
direction.
the Batman is supposed to be. I think they are trying to recapture
They still
what
do.
they did with the Dark Knight,
Yeah.
but they're doing it better in my opinion,
mhm, I think so.
Yeah.
at least in terms of comic accuracy.
Yeah.
And one more quick thing, when you see action, there's some good action in the show.
Yeah, it's got some great action to it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Really great
the stuff
mob
I was
action there.
I'm all into like the character, the dialogue. The
Yes.
dialogue in the show is fantastic.
Yes.
Matt Reeves just gets it. He just completely gets it. He gets this world. He gets the characters down so well. I mean, he's cracked the code, really.
Well, I believe he said he'd been a Batman fan since he was like 4 years old.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's doing
hmm
more than
Absolutely.
anybody else that's ever done it.
Knows. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Knows
totally.
knows it a lot more than a lot of the other people who the directors and creatives who've taken on Batman. in the
Probably,
past.
yeah.
Because even like Nolan, as great as the Dark Knight trilogy
Yeah,
is,
he it's clear he didn't really care about being accurate to the source.
Right.
I mean, that's not what his goal was, and
Right.
that's fine with me
Right.
because I still think
It-
he did
the-
such an amazing
yeah, the
job.
Dark Knight trilogy is great. It's just not like super accurate.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is like accuracy.
Like they somehow made it very accurate to the source without going full comic booky.
Yeah.
Like with that
They're
with
taking
the
the
That
serious-
is that is so
Without
true.
They're
going-
taking the grounded
without
serious
going
elements.
campy, without ever going campy.
They're
And
taking
it's
the grounded
great.
serious elements of the comics and bringing those elements
Mhm.
into a show.
Yeah, that's true.
So well
yeah.
done. Yeah, I don't have. I mean, I could talk a lot more about this, but I kind of want to keep it, fairly short. This show is just.
I usually don't give ratings
Ooh.
for a TV show, but I will say it's a 5 out of 5.
This is a 5 out of 5.
Yeah, it's totally is a 10 out of 10. If I give less than a 10, it's a sin for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
this is one of the best series of the year. Like, absolutely.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what Matt Reeves is going to bring in store
with the
For-
Batman part 2.
for Batman Universe.
Yeah, it just made me when the show ended. I wanted Batman 2 even more than I
Yeah,
Yes.
than
absolutely.
I did already.
Yeah.
Um.
So good. So good.
As long as James Gunn and WB lets him keep working.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping, I don't know if we'll get it. I'm hoping for 6 movies total, and 4 to 6 miniseries in between.
So aside from a trilogy with this, what else? Like what other?
I'm hoping
movies?
there'd be. Well, I'm just hoping he'd do 2 trilogies, and do 6 Batman films total.
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
I'd be on board with that. Yeah.
yeah, because like I feel like they could kind of like. I don't know. I feel like
I
there's
would.
more
I
than they
wouldn't.
can do.
I wouldn't overdo it.
No. At 10 projects at most, like shows and movies.
Yeah, and just don't take the Disney Plus route and just milk this shit. Like,
No. It has to make
take
sense.
your time with it.
Yeah, it has
like
to make
they
sense.
Yeah.
clearly did with.
Yeah. And don't
yes.
forget, The Brave and the Bold will also be coming soon, which I
Right.
can't wait for that too. Yeah.
That is going to be more campy.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Still,
gonna
I'm
be
looking forward
much
to it,
more
though. It's going to
comic
be fun.
booky.
Yeah.
That's going to fit into the main universe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a masterpiece. Like, there's no other way
Oof.
around it.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
good.
And
Matt Reeves, you've got this, buddy.
yeah. And that's all we have to say about the Penguin. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed our review of the Penguin. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and to share on Facebook, on Threads, on Twitter, on Instagram.
Blue Sky's a new one that people are using.
I'm not on it yet. I'm thinking about it though.
I was unaware that existed.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
That's a new thing apparently.
Yeah.
We're reviewing Agatha in a minute, but we are also doing we're reviewing the Batman 2004 animated series in a few weeks. So join us for that. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Absolutely.
Bye bye.
Or bat bye. God bless everybody. See you later.
We have been the Cinema Asylum Podcast. You guys were awesome. Thanks for coming out. Good night.